Joven, you so dumb.
Hey cuties, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey, if you're not, welcome back, Bookie. So I did already get ready I already started getting ready for this get ready with me. We're not really doing too much. We're going to my brother's prom send off and it's been hectic. So yeah, this whole week has been crazy for me. I'm not wearing anything too crazy. I'm wearing this shirt, some jeans. Yeah, it took me a minute to get in these. I'm not gonna have to have some video. Just kidding. But yeah, these jeans. Okay, yeah, get into it. And then I'm probably gonna wear some Crocs because let's be honest. It's a send off. It's a send off. But I thought like I'd do slight makeup, like a makeup, no makeup look. So we can like, you know. So yesterday I did, however, end up going out. I had to cancel our plans with our Southern Biscuit that I told y'all about last Get Ready With Me. And I'm not gonna hold y'all. I thought that man was gonna really be like, oh, this girl probably just, you know. I appreciate his patience. One thing about it, I appreciate a man with patience because sometimes I really do be trying. I do. And it doesn't help that I've been single for so long. So it's like a very much, I don't know. I don't want to say like I'm overly independent because I really don't mind tossing somebody the wheel. I promise y'all I don't. I'll toss it in a heartbeat. Okay. But at the same time, I really be busy. And think about it. Like life is like a sandwich. Either way you flip it, your bread gotta come first. So it's not that I'm not interested in y'all. It's simply my bread comes first. It goes bread, family, or family bread, depending on, you know, because not all family members get to. And I mean, no disrespect when I say this, but not everybody gets to be put in front of the bread. Sometimes the bread got to be put in front of them because it's not even no revenge type stuff. It's just like I treat people how they treat me. Like if you inconvenience yourself for me, I will inconvenience myself for you. It's not even like a tit for tat. I'm just showing up for people how they show up for me type stuff. So it's just like, depending on who in the family, the bread come first. Then it goes like relationship life, you know? So for the most part, yeah, I really thought that man was going to be like, yeah, no. But we ended up rescheduling and yeah. Because I told y'all last story time, you know, about them Caucasians. It ain't nothing bad about them. It's just simply like, I don't know if y'all just be intimidated, what y'all be having going on. But it's very much giving some of y'all scared. And for the ones that aren't scared, you don't treat me naturally. Like you treat me, it just feels like a breeding ground. You know, it's either like we're gonna make athletic kids or we're gonna make cute brown babies. Like it just be a whole bunch of everything but you're beautiful. How are you? You know, like I just don't want someone I can control. Like when I think of a partner, I don't think about someone I can control. I really want someone who's just like well meshed with me in the sense where like we both got our own brains. I don't want to be the one that I really don't even want to be the one that wear the pants. Okay, so like if I want to be lightheaded and just like be in my own little world, I can't be in my own little world if Timothy's waiting for me to tell him something to do. Like, no. Some females like that. They do. Some females like, man, they can control. I don't. Type stuff. So anyways, when I was in college, it was my, I don't remember what year it was. I'm not even gonna pretend and be like, it was my blah, blah, blah year. Don't remember what year it was. All I remember was when I was in college. When I was in college, there was this dude, right? There's this Caucasian boy. He was so sweet. He was the sweetest little thing. But like, for example, he would be like, okay, so boom. Like we would go somewhere, right? Let's say we went to the mall. This is hypothetical. This is just to like say how much of a, and he's so sweet. That's the problem. Like He's just so sweet, but he can easily get walked over. And I just don't like that for him. So sorry, I was looking in the mirror. So like, for example, we would be at the mall, right? And he'll be like, oh, I gotta go somewhere at like 1:30. So we gotta be out of here by 1:30. And then like I'll be obviously in the mall just walking around like, I be in my little world like dazed out, just la 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 la. And 1:30 will come and go and he won't say nothing. Then it's just like by the time I finally realize like, okay, cool, like yeah. I'll look at the time, it's probably 3:00 and I'll be like, oh my goodness, why didn't you tell me it was 3? Like I literally try to respect people's boundaries. So it's like at no point was it just me trying to be rude, like, oh no. No, I literally like you should have told me. Why didn't you tell me? And y'all, he just be like, oh, I didn't want to interrupt you. You seem like you're having a good time. It's okay. I'll just reschedule. Like he would always want to reschedule, which is cool, but like I don't know how to explain it. Like make time, but at the same time, don't put your life on hold. Does that make sense? I feel like that's my thing with people. Like I love a busy person because it's like you're getting work done, you're getting to, but don't put your life on hold. I can understand, like take care of business. I just don't want you to be like, damn, I had an important meeting I didn't go to because I was with you. And then like that meeting that you should have went to is like life breaking because it was concerning your life. Like that's so funny. I said life breaking concerning your life. No, it does concerning your life. But for the most part, like take care of business. Like, there's times where you just can't. I don't believe everybody can always be available. Like if you really have stuff going, you're not going to always be available. You can make time for someone, but don't always be available. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to explain it. I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying I don't appreciate. I do appreciate, but at the same time, like I'm one of those people. I just want to make sure you're good. Like, are you good? Because you spent a lot of time. Is this distracting you from something else that's important? And don't pull that, no, you're important line. Like, obviously, I'm important. Duh. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But for the most part, like, are you good? Type stuff, And I ask that because I know, like, I'm one of those people where I will stop doing, I don't do it anymore, but I used to stop doing stuff. Like, for instance, I'll have homework, right? And I won't turn in the homework because I'm hanging with a dude and I really want to hang with him. And like, that's what I mean, like busy stuff, because obviously that homework is worth 15% of my grade. And if you're new to the college life, 15% sounds like a little number, but baby, 15% will swallow you, chew you up, spit you out, and leave you trembling in your boots. That 15% will drop that grade. Don't play with it. So like, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean by, like, that's a good example. That's an example of what I mean. Like, don't put off stuff that's very important because you're hanging with me, because I understand. Like, you have to get it done type stuff. So that's what I mean. Like, he was just, I don't know. He would just, like, he would put off his homework. Like, he was overly nice. And I just didn't like that for him because this is not healthy. It's not because your success depends on me. I don't want your success to depend on me. That's what I mean. Like when I'm in a relationship, I want us to be doing our own thing. Like obviously we make time for each other, but do what you got to do. Yeah, he was one of those people. But at the time I was talking to my little, I probably should have did the makeup with y'all. So like we not here, because now it's awkward because like I'm here and y'all there. And I'm like, damn, that's weird. I've never been done. I'm going to just tell y'all the story because I already started the story. So let me just tell y'all the story. Yeah, let's put setting spray on together. I'm just kidding. Back to what I was saying. So, so I, at the time, was talking to my leg, and we wasn't really talking seriously. Like, at this time in college, I wouldn't say I was joking because the little, like, the dude, I don't want to call him pushover. What should I call him? We're gonna call him Bob. Bob. That's such a bland name. I know, but that's the first thing that popped to mind. So Bob is our Caucasian. So Bob was there, but Bob was younger than me, but not by too much. I think Bob was like 19, but I was 21. And I remember I was 21 because like it's not really downtown, but it was downtown. So like I'd be downtown, like I'd be at the bars. So Bob couldn't be at the bars. I remember that. Like Bob couldn't be at the bars. Miss Man could. So like, yeah. Anyway, so I'm over there talking to my little who wasn't really my little I don't know, because it was one of those, like, we were in this awkward space where we're like, you know how like you talk to people and you're talking, but you're not dating. Like, it's that in between space. Like, and it's not a situationship where it's like it's open, because I feel like y'all blurred the lines. Like, once you hit that like talking consistently, like y'all locked in with each other, it's a pending relationship. So I would call it a pending relationship, because it wasn't a situationship where we talking about like multiple people. It was one of those like untold rule of tighten up, because you know what it is now. Yeah. So that's the best way I can put it. I hope y'all get what I'm putting down. Like, it was just, we was in that space where it's like, it wasn't no like, can you be my girlfriend? But at the same time, it was just like, we're past just friends, because if I had called him just a friend, he gonna side-eye the fuck out of me type stuff. So yeah. So that's the little stuff we was in. Yeah. Whatever that little space is called. So that's where I was with him. And then Bob popped in the picture. So it's like, obviously I wouldn't entertain Bob knowing I'm entertaining him. And then to top it off, Bob was like not even able to go downtown. And I could go downtown cause like, you know, I could go downtown with my little but I couldn't go downtown with Bob. So it's like, you know, pros and cons, weighing out the pros and cons. Bob kind of be just letting things slide. He'll push over for real. No disrespect to you, Bob. He was just too kind. And you know, I'm all here for the woman empowerment, woman respect. I'm all here for that. But if I irritate you, I need you to let me know. Like, don't be, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. You know, there's a time and place for everything. I just don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not trying to tell you as a man how you're supposed to act, but it's just like, you just have to know. Like, I feel like guys have that knowing. They always talk about females have that knowing, but I feel like when you're really a guy, a man's man, you be having that knowing. Like, you know how like, you could just be, I don't know if y'all can understand, but like you be in the car and then you know something's off with your girl, but because it's just like, you just know, like, you know her. I feel like a lot of y'all that just be hopping in and out of situationships don't really understand, because you ain't never had a little to understand. But like, when you you've been in a relationship with a girl, like you know, like when she starts acting off, like, you know, she don't got to say too much, do too much, like, you know, it's just like you got that little something, that inkling that tells you like, yeah, something off. Yeah. So with that being said, y'all, my little had inklings. Like when everything was off, when it was trouble in period, all that good stuff. My little knew. Me and him were just more compatible than me and Bob, but Bob was sweet. And I love how sweet Bob was, but my little was sweet too. Like, I don't ever tell y'all, like, we sit here and spill tea, but I don't really be telling y'all about their personal life. Like, I be asking people about their personal life and their upbringing and stuff, because I'm a little nosy little girl, I know. But I'll never come on here to spill that type of tea. Like, if I spill tea, it's about like an encounter that usually involves me and like a life lesson and like growing from it. Or sometimes I just be spilling tea just to spill tea, but it's never like messy to the point where it's just like, and that person just, you know, I might be like, oh, he's too sad. I might say stuff like that, but I ain't never gonna be like, yeah. And then when he grew up, like he did this, like, I'm not the type of person. I'm not foul like that. Like, that's, y'all be different levels. It's like, you know, I don't be doing all that. Like, no. So, like, I knew my little upbringing. Like, we had the whole, like, the spiel of the whole, like, get to know each other ordeal. So I knew his upbringing. So I always knew, like, just, like, without saying too much, he was a troubled kid. So his screws ain't right? I'm already knowing that. He ain't had to tell me. I'm just knowing off what he has explained, That psychology minors kicking in. I'm just kidding. I'm not diagnosing him. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So, but anyways, like I knew he was a little off, but I didn't know off rip that he was off. That's the thing. So it's just not, I feel like that's what people don't understand too. Like not everybody goes in with the understanding like, this is my type. So when it comes off, like a lot of people be like, oh, they got a type. They like them. No, sometimes you don't know that people like, aren't law-abiding citizens or white-collar workers until you start talking to them and you be like, damn, how did I get here? That's what I mean. That's why I be getting myself in places I don't even know. So I'm already knowing he got himself in trouble and he just basically got to stay out of trouble type stuff. So he be trying to be on his P's and Q's type stuff. And like when we be downtown, like if we not seeing eye to eye, obviously this is I'm gonna mingle because like I'm not really yours. Okay. And that's what really that would piss him off because it's like we got something, but we don't got something. But at the same time, like we don't have something serious. So it's like if we had like if I'm your girlfriend, like it's stamp certified and I'm out, then it's just like, damn, we still dating. So I got to respect the relationship. We just not seeing eye to eye at this moment. But if we not seeing eye to eye and there's no titles, no nothing on it, I immediately become single once you piss me off. Yes. Because if we like, I don't know how long our little falling out's gonna last. I don't know anything. So it's just like, I'm not gonna sit here and take myself out the game just because, I'm not gonna take myself out the game. And that's what a lot of y'all be doing. Y'all be taking yourselves out the game when you ain't got a trip about giving me a title, baby. That's what I'm telling you. You ain't never got a trip. I'm not one of those people. I don't walk around, what are we? What's my title? I don't even be tripping. You want me to act accordingly? I need a job position. It's just like y'all know I'm good with the analogies. It's just like you going to apply for a job, right? And they got your application. They told you we gonna call you back and we gonna let you know. But they haven't called you back and you take it upon yourself to go to that people's facility and you work. Why are you working and they didn't even call you back to tell you got the job position? That's really how y'all be looking. You look like you working for a job that's not even paying you to work for it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, I'm back in the field. I'm back outside. Anyway, so yeah, like he knows, like he not new to this. He's true to this because like we be bumping heads every now and then, but not too consistently. It just be like, it be little blobs here and there, and he knows like, so every single, like, it didn't happen too many times. It happened like 3 times max. Let me not even push it. It happened like 3 times max where we fell out and it's like, we ain't really nothing. So what's up? Like, so we could talk to him. He'd be like, what's up? You outside? Back outside. Anyway, so yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, he knew that. And every single time, like, he tried to bring it up, I'm like, okay, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, we ain't really got nothing going on. Like, we be talking. And that shit was just about, the fuck we be talking? Yeah, we be talking. Like, we be catching a vibe. But then, like, are we something? You don't even ask, like, what are we? Are we something? Like, you rephrase that question. We're something now? I don't remember getting a title. Yeah, that's right. I don't remember getting a title. Hold on, what? Have I been upgraded? I got is this my, what? No promotion? No bonus? No raise? Wipe my hands for me. Not my job. Okay? Not my job. So, yeah. Anyways, y'all. So, like, he'll see me talking to people and, like, he would be in the cut, right? He'd be in the cut. Like, obviously, he'd be hanging around doing what he need to do. But then, like, don't let him see me talking to somebody that's the opposite gender. Because now he is right across the room looking at me. I'm looking at him, look at me as I'm talking to this person. Every now and then, I gotta, yeah. Like, I'm looking at this man, look at me. Talking to somebody else. Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? Stop looking at me. I'm a hoe key. I'm a hoe key. I wish y'all could live in my brain. I wish y'all could live in my brain. My brain is so that's just an example. So it's just like, type of stuff. He would see them people, and it's like you couldn't really do nothing. What can you do? What can you do? Who gonna do me some? No way. I'm just a girl. So I'm telling you, lemonade. I made some lemonade because it's like I hadn't drank nothing sweet in a long time. I be drinking a lot of water consistently, and it's like that's okay. But every now and then, like you gotta throw in something sweet. So made some lemonade. Anyways, let me wait for the story. It's like stuff like that. And then when we were on good terms, we was on good terms. And even when we was on good terms, like I'm telling y'all, even when we was on good terms, like he would walk past me. And he would just whisper, not really like whisper, but he would say something to me, and then we just keep it pushing. Like it was so weird. It was not weird in a bad way. It's weird in a good way where it's just like, if you peeped it, if you read the room, you would probably be like, oh, he flirting with her, or like it's either he flirting, or it's like, oh, are y'all a thing type stuff. If you were reading body language, the questions would start to emerge type stuff. That's what I mean. Like we was never in public, booed up together, like holding hands. No, none of that. No, none of that. Like we would talk. Don't get me wrong. There's times where it's like we would talk, and it's just like, that's what you wouldn't know. Like we were talking. You would probably assume that we were talking, but you would never be like, oh, they talking. Like this her man. Like it was just never that. So if you ain't nobody, you just think like he just people that I be seeing. Yeah. Hey, look. He ain't never like, why you be doing me like that in the public? And I ain't never, why you be doing it? It was never none of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, we was just, yeah. It was just that. So, yeah. Oh, my life is a hot mess, y'all. My life is a mess. So, anyways, back to the story. One time, y'all, Bob went ahead, and I really didn't even want Bob to still be in the picture, but Bob was a good guy. I would like, obviously, Bob at this point wasn't like a suitor. He was just a friend. He was really just a friend. I don't know if he wanted to be more than friends, but like to me, he was friends, and we ain't never had the conversation of, do you want to be more than friends? My thing is like, it's hard for me to understand that y'all be liking me without the pursuit. How am I supposed to know? How? Like, you're not making no hints, inklings. I'm not going to sit here and assume that you like me. You got to tell me. You got to tell me. If you can't tell me because you're shy or something, like actions can show it. Something, something type stuff. And Bob wasn't saying nothing, so I just assumed like we wanted to be, we was friends type stuff. That's why I be saying like, push over, baby. My little yeah with never tighten up. Type stuff. Like Bob don't be like tighten up. I don't mind dating Bob. I don't. But you gotta know when to tell me to tighten up. Cause like every now and then I be la 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 la, and I'll be stepping on the road. Cause you know how I like cross that line if you want to. Sometimes I will step on the line. I won't cross it. I will step on the line just to see if you say something. Sometimes it really don't be purposeful. It don't be purposeful. But that's why it's like, you gotta check me, like check me, like get off that line type stuff. Cause that's a line. I didn't even know there was a line. Now I know there's a line over there. So based on my experience, like the Bobs in my life that I have met never told me like, get off the line. They will let me skip, jump, hop on the line. And then like, you won't know that there was a line until like later on a little bit when something pops up, and then like somehow the conversation gets brought up again. And it's like, but remember you did that? Yeah, like I kind of heard a little bit. Why didn't you say something? That's what I mean. So it's like, I don't know if they be scared. I don't know what y'all be going on. I don't know. And that's like, but my little yeah be telling me get off the line. You know, every now and then. That's what I'm saying. Cause like, you know, we not like official. So you can't really like, you know, you could tell me hop off the line, but do I need to though? I don't really need to because there's no job position. No corporate facility is gonna come to your house at 6 a.m. in the morning, knocking your door like you gotta come in. Knowing damn well you don't even work for them. You probably open your door like, what the hell y'all talk about? Come in to what? To do what? I don't even work there. I don't got a position. Why the hell are you knocking at my door? Type stuff. So it's like, I don't got no position. So it's just like, you can knock on the door and you could tell me there's a line right there. But like, is there really? I be testing the waters, y'all. Like, obviously me and Bob would still be kicking it because like, Bob ain't doing nothing. We ain't got no problem. We ain't got no beef, no none of that. We still vibe be having like, oh, I'm going so you want to go? Yeah, of course I want to go. And I really fuck with Bob because I really don't even be outside, but Bob would have me outside. Yes, y'all. A man that gets me outside. Yum, delicious. That's one trait that I really say I did fuck with Bob. Because like, Bob, one thing about it, and 10 things for sure, he knew them events. Oh, they're having some this weekend. They're having this weekend. Oh, Bob knew them. It was lined up. In the world one day, because I don't remember why or how. I don't remember where we were. I remember though, like, my little yeah was with his friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Out of pause, because it's like, I don't recommend this at all. I don't recommend this at all. I'm not, and I don't want to say like, don't let your fishes see each other because we're not in the fish pond. At this point, we don't have a fish pond. Okay. We don't have a pond whatsoever. So, I'm hanging with Bob. I don't remember where we were, but we were somewhere. I'm hanging with Bob, but that's what I'm saying. Like, me and Bob were just cool though. I end up seeing my little and we weren't on bad terms though. Like, when we on bad terms, it be irking his nerves. But when we on good terms, it's like tighten the hell up. So we were on good terms and I'm hanging with Bob and I had seen him, but it wasn't nothing bad because it's like, you know, y'all, I heard about it. I did. I definitely had to hear about it. And it was a little like tense for me when it had happened because like, here's Bob minding his business. Here's my dysfunctional little I am talking to the Lord. Lord, please don't let this man come over here. Don't come over here. Like, just keep walking with your friends. Why is he with his friends? Yeah. And it's like, it's one thing if he was by himself. No, even if he was by himself, I feel like it'd be worse. No. Would it be worse? I don't know. But the fact that he's with more people too, no. Bob didn't do nothing. Bob don't bother nobody. Leave Bob alone. You know, type stuff. And that's what I'm thinking to myself, like, no, don't come over here. Please don't come over here. Because we make eye contact, y'all. Like, me and my little we make eye contact. And it's like, oh, fuck shit. Okay, cool. And it wasn't like, that's what I'm saying. Like, me and Bob, we just friends. So it ain't nothing to it. Like, Bob ain't say he like me. He just be like, let's go out. And we be going out. So, like, you know, and my little be known I have guy friends, but he obviously don't care like who your guy. I mean, like, he cares to a degree because like who's your guy friends, but he ain't never seen Bob, and you know, like, type stuff. It's like I don't really be around too many people though. Like, when I was in college, I really wasn't around too many people, so it's like I don't know how to explain it, y'all. All I know is he kept walking. All I know is my little kept walking. And I thank the Lord. I've never thanked the Lord so much in my life. So much. Okay. But right when I had saw him and he walked past, my phone definitely ding 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 ding. I get a text. Yeah, he calling him all type of lames and stuff. Why am I? So I be posted up with lames. So you just be posted up with whoever now. Yeah. I can't make this up. I get a text. He talk about some, yeah, like I told y'all, so he just be posted or whoever now. I started laughing. I literally dropped laughing emojis. I sent so many laughing emojis. I'm like, you're funny as hell. But he didn't. I don't think he took Bob as a threat. I don't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he took Bob as a threat. Bob ain't really a threat. If you see Bob, like Bob was a happy guy. Okay, Bob was just, always smiling. I don't think he took Bob as a threat. I think he knew, like, this is probably one of her friends she was talking about. Because I have guy friends, like, obviously, like, I have guy friends. I love saying that. I be like, long story short, short story long, and then still go ahead and tell you all the details. Oopsies. Obviously, we ain't work out. We ain't work out because that man was talking crazy. He was talking crazy to the point where it's just like, y'all, it was like kind of good crazy, but not really good crazy, but crazy enough where it's like, Because when I tell you I was gonna get him in the cooch, I was gonna get him in the cooch. I promise y'all I was. I even told my little good sis, I called her my good sis. I said, I'm gonna get my that cooch. I call it my good, I promise y'all, right here to the Lord, call it my good Judy. I said, I'm gonna get him in the cooch. He was just like, you gonna give him the cooch over? You get a cooch? He said, I gotta see him. I gotta see this. Cause when I tell you I don't, y'all raps. It's a gated community over here. so, I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he's super, whatever. Like, he ain't bring it up. He don't bring up the cooch or nothing. Like, nothing. Just, yeah. Like, yeah, he just, yeah. And, yeah, we ain't work out because, like, right, what I had, it was around the same time. And that ain't nothing but the Lord. That ain't nothing but the Lord. That ain't nothing but the Lord. Oh, that ain't nothing but the Lord. So, because, look, so I just feel like, don't tell me, but he ended up telling me. So you like, what did he tell you? Girl, I'm about to tell you what he told me. So we had hung out, like, so I talked to my good Judy that week, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm about to get a cooch. So it's like, it was just a matter of when, but it was gonna happen. He ain't know it was gonna happen, but it was gonna happen. So it was just like whenever whenever it brings itself up, it'll happen type stuff. Like, it'll happen when it happens. But I've decided that it's going to happen. Just, I don't know when it's going to happen. Like, I'm premeditated, but I ain't that premeditated. Like, I knew it was like, he was checking all the boxes, but when we was going to, like, cross the line, I don't know. So, like, that week, or maybe it was the week after, I don't really know. But around that area, around that spectrum, that time frame. And I'm shaking my head because this was the end of our dynasty. I had to wrap it up. He was talking crazy. Like, this man was talking about son. He was talking crazy, y'all. He was like, when you give me the cooch, it's a wrap. Ain't no none of that. Basically, I'm not coming out. Like, he's awesome. Like, when you open the house door, this is my residence. And it sounds good. It does. It sounds really good. But remember, I had left, dude, prior to college because he had said that. Because it's like, I'm going into college. You can't be talking like that. Like, he was ready to build a family. He's trying to build a family. Why are you trying to build a family right now? I don't mind the whole, like, solitary confinement ordeal. I don't mind that. But a family in solitary confinement while I'm still in college is white. It's white. It's white. I've never been the type to, like, I'm going to have a child by a certain age, but at the same time, like, I don't feel it's best to have a kid while you're in college. I don't think people are intentionally doing it. That's why I'm not knocking the people who do have kids in college, but I would hope nobody's intentionally doing it because, like, that in itself is a lot. So with him talking like that and knowing, like, he trying to, no, I didn't feel like, I made the decision for both of us. I did. I made the decision for both of us because it's like I don't think this is gonna work. And it's not I wouldn't mind having his kids. That wasn't the problem. The problem wasn't like, oh, you didn't want to have his kids. No. No. Like 2 chocolate people, and he was fine. He was fine. Oh, they would have been the cutest little chocolate drops ever. They would have been a cute. I'm all here for the kid. But right now, I'm not in the right place in my life where it's like I want a kid. If you're going to bring it up, I need you to really have everything mapped out. Don't bring up no kids with you don't have nothing mapped out. Like we just jumping off a whim type stuff. No. We're going to have a kid, move to whoop-de-woo. Like, something got to be lined up. I don't like the unknown. I get uneasy. Like, I know I'd really be acting cool, calm, and collected. And be like, yeah, wow, she's handling life great. No. I have mastered to a degree. I have mastered calming my nerves down to a degree, but I'm anxious as hell. And then you talk about another, like, y'all be playing like this is, you could just, like, at any point give this child back. No, you can't just give it back. It's yours. And that's like one thing I always take into consideration, because if that man is to leave, not saying that I want him to, not saying that he's going to, but hypothetically, in the scenario that like he's not leaving off, like he can leave in multiple ways. He can either pass or he can just walk out. Like there's so many ways a man can leave. And if you are to leave as the female, you end up being stuck with the child. Don't get me wrong. There are single fathers out there, but those single fathers are simply because it's like, I want best for my child. And that's usually what it is. Usually it's like, I want best for my child and type stuff. And the mom's not equipped, or like she is equipped and there's just drama and somehow the man happens to get, it's always something, but nonetheless, on a regular day to day, the females always end up with the children. I can't even talk. The females always end up with the children. So it's just like me being me. I knew, like, yeah, I had my own little place. I was paying bills, working, had class, but all in all, I was overwhelmed. It was too much going on. I wasn't even in the right mental space. So for me to just have a kid, that's wild. So he was just talking crazy to me. If you understand the confidentiality rule, it's like everything you say is going to be on wraps unless you plan on harming yourself. It's the same way with psychology too. Like your psychology teaching, lawyers, like doctors, their confidentiality clause are kind of the same in the sense where it's just like, whatever you say, baby, I don't care. As long as you're not harming yourself or others, I don't care. So that's what I mean. With kids, we can talk about them. The talking is okay. I don't mind it. We can do the planning. But the having one, that's just like you saying that you're going to endanger somebody. That's when we really got to the sirens got to go off. Don't get me wrong. We could have one. I don't mind having one. But can we take care of one? That is always the question. Oh my gosh, that's the question. That's the biggest question I ask myself each and every time. Right when anybody be like, let's have kids. If I don't feel as if I'm in a space where I can take care of one, I will make this executive decision for the both of us. No. You got to go. No. This is not going to work. And I knew at the time, my little wasn't in a spot to take care of no kids. He was just getting his life back together, and I was getting my life together. I take it as like a self-harm threat where it's just like, I'm going to hurt you. Like that's what it sounds like. And you're like, how? I don't know. Just the translation. You say, let's have a kid, and it gets reverted in my ear as if I'm going to hurt you. Maybe I'm nervous about being a mom. There are people like, you'd be a great mom. But like every single time I play with people's kids, everybody be like, you'll be a good parent. You're great with kids. Yeah, because I give them back to y'all. Of course, I love kids. Don't get me wrong. I love them. But I'm great because I give them back to y'all. I can give them back to y'all. I can have them for days, weeks, months at end. Don't get me wrong, but at some point I know like they go back to their parent. So it's okay. When you actually have one, like they're yours. I don't care if you have a warranty. I don't care if you have the receipts. Ain't no refund to this. No Uno reverse. That's something like you just can't eat. I mean, you could, but it's just like you can't easily Uno reverse that. And even if you do like Uno reverse it, that's putting your child through like the system. Because assuming that you're not going to go the system route and you're going to like, you know, because you can either give the child to your parents or like your family to take care of, or you give them to the system, or you give them back to their dad, assuming that their dad does want to take care of them. Like, it's just a lot. You put your child through all of that. And I don't judge people that do that, but I'm just saying, like, me as a parent, I don't want to be doing all that. Like, if I'm going to have a kid, I'm going to take care of my kid. That's why, and I just can't emphasize when I say, like, I'm not judging people that do that. Like, when I have one, first off, the dad has to be well equipped. Why do y'all be having kids with, like, dudes that can't even take care of themselves? I never understood that. Never understood that. Love don't do it. Everybody like, I loved him. Love don't damn near pay the bills. And a man told me that. Like, I don't care how much you can be like, oh, no. A man told me, I was at church. My youth pastor told, well, he didn't really tell me per se, but he told like everybody. It was youth. And he told us, he said, love doesn't pay the bills. Remember that. We were talking about something. I don't remember the sermon itself because he was like obviously preaching to us. I don't remember the sermon itself, but all I remember that man saying, and it stuck with me to this day, he said, love don't pay the bills. And those are words I've been living by. And he's married. Like, he's married. He has kids. You know, he's a doctor. So it's like his wife or him would drop the kids in the nursery right before church starts. And then they would pick up their kids, you know. So I watched his kids grow up. I watched him and his wife like be like, maybe if they weren't happy, what I want y'all to understand is like, if they weren't happy, whatever, like argument, if they had any, never came out. Cause it's like, you know how you could tell like, oh, they must be arguing. It just never gave that. Like when they were outside, even if they had like a debacle, it just never gave like we were arguing, you know? So that's what I mean. Like him and his wife's little relationship was pretty admirable. So I'm not going to sit here and like have a child by a man who just like can't take care of himself. Don't get me wrong. Cause I'm one of those people, I get delusional. I be like, yeah, he gonna have my kids. Baby, I be having names, perk out everything. I just feel as if I'm gonna have a kid, ideally, if I'm to have a kid, ideally, what I would want my spouse to be financially capable. Not for me, for our child. Like, because let's just say, that's why I want us to be equal in a way. Not like I want us to be a level of equal. You know, we have to be equal in some way, because if for some reason I'm unable to take care of the kid anymore, whether that be I pass away or I just, you know, if I just can't take care of my kid no more, I want to be comfortable saying my child can go to their father. Him or her can go, preferably her, but nonetheless, like, I don't mind little boys, but they don't have enough, like, I don't know. I feel like little boys, being a boy mom, it look fun, but it don't look fun. I like doing little dress up girly things. I don't know. Being a boy mom, just go to your dad. Because I'm pillow talking to y'all now. Anyway, so that's like, that would just make sense to me. That just makes more sense. Like, I, for some reason, am not capable of taking care of my kid. Go to your father type stuff. And this is assuming we're not together. If we're not together, we end up having a kid, we're not together. I want my kid to be okay with going to their father to be able to provide for them. Because right now I can't type stuff, you know? So it's just like, I'm not taking off my responsibility, because when you have a kid, I feel like it's half and half. Like, y'all should be going 50-50 with the kid. You know, that's not saying go tit for tat. 50-50 and tit for tat are two different things for me. Tit for tat, I did this, so you got to do this. That's tit for tat. 50-50 is like, I do this, and it's not really 50-50, it's 100-100, but you know what I mean? Like, we go all in for our kid, and then type stuff. I don't feel like there's too much to ask for at all. At all. And I'm not gonna settle. Even if I think like this man is great for me, if he doesn't seem stable, I'm not gonna sit here and lay with him. I'm just not. No. Because I understand like chances of a little me popping up is there. The possibilities are there. So why would I lay up with you if I haven't even considered having a kid with you? If I'm laid up with you, I've considered having a kid with you. Like the thought has crossed my mind. Like I'm telling you, like there's no way I'm going to be willing to lay with you. And the thought of me not having a child by you hasn't crossed my mind. No. Another reason why it's like the get to know thing is big for me because it's like, I can't just be having kids with just anybody. No. I had this one to tell me that actually, he literally told me, he was like, I just know you don't have kids. I said, how can you assume that? Because at this point, because I know he assumed me because you don't know me. You just met me. He was like, you don't look like the type that just be laid up with anybody. And I love that for me. When he has said that, I'm so happy that I give off that vibe. That's why I think highly of myself, but I think a lot of people should think highly of themselves. Like, you should feel like you're that bitch. You should feel like you're the shit. You should feel like nobody could ever, you know? And when people be knocking you for feeling that way, tell them I was kick rocks. Okay? Because, like, you ain't bothering nobody. You in your own lower. And it's just like, Like, if if you giving off very much, like, I got to put everybody else down to make myself feel good, then you're weird. But if you're just, boosting yourself up, but you minding your own business in the midst of it, can't nobody be mad at you. You vibing for real. So for the most part, I just be vibing. And I'm just not going to spread my genetics like bees spread pollen. We not spreading pollen, baby. Just not that. No. Does it now sound crazy to you? Let's have a kid. It's so weird because it sounds good. Like, it sounds good to hear it, but to logically think about it, whoa. Whoa. That's a big commitment right there. And then what makes things worse is I'm going to revert back to like the old me in a way if I have a kid. Like when I have a kid, I keep saying when I have a kid, I'm going to revert to the old me because I will pound one of y'all hoes upside the head. Take it as a threat. Dog walk y'all for real. Don't play with mine. Okay. And that's my problem too. Cause I just can't be the only person crazy about our kid. Cause you gotta be loose in the screws about our kid too. Cause it's gonna piss me off that you're not crazy about my kid like I'm crazy about my kid. That's why I just, no.